Oh my God. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. You have Kenny, you have Carlil, you have Bamba. There is a three-headed goat on the loose, and they are about to come to you
You got
live
sports,
on the same
you got
convo. I
anime,
repeat,
you
this
got
is not
media,
a
you got
drill. They are about
entertainment.
to come to you live on
The
the
same
same
convo, baby. Tap in.
Let's go!
Okay, now it's time to conversate. Same convo on your airwaves. Bamba came to entertain and Kenny talking anime. Carla coming with the sports, they changing lives in major ways. You was tweaking out if TAC ain't on your playlist. If you come and listen, then you listen to the best. They not worried about the others, cause they better than the rest. Kenny, Carla, bomb, but they put the others to the test. New episode flow, now tap in to see what is next.
Welcome back. This is the same convo with your same hosts, Kenny, Carlil, and Bamba. And this is the podcast where we talk everything sports, anime, and media and entertainment. It's the sports section, baby.
Big sports.
How about them sports?
They've been sporting.
They've been sporting. How about them sports, Bamba? So,
Ain't shit funny.
Bamba, I need you to come back. Bamba, I need you to come back.
And that ain't Bomba, that's Toto.
Well, for everybody that can't see us, Bamba. There, he's back. All right. But speaking of comeback, today we're talking about the best comebacks in sporting history. Just a little general discussion. Why you shake your head, Carlo?
No reason.
But all right, as I was saying, greatest comebacks in sporting history. I think there's some obvious ones that should be nominated for this topic. I feel like there's some very forgotten memories that also need to be addressed. The one I would like to start with for nomination is that man, Adrian Peterson. Torn ACL.
Facts.
Carla, man, you have done that. That's a terrible injury, ain't it?
Twice. Yeah.
Hard recovery process.
Terrible, actually.
Could you imagine tearing your ACL as an NFL running back and then coming back and winning the MVP?
Yeah, no, that's kind of insane.
Don't make no sense, do it. So I'd like to nominate Adrian Peterson for the conversation of best comeback of all time.
Okay, so we talking about individual comebacks for real. Okay, bet.
It could be any comeback, any type of comeback. We gonna go in a circle, or we're gonna take turns, nominating our greatest comebacks, and then we're gonna rank them. See which one was actually the best comeback. Carla, I feel like you're being childish.
No, I'm not. I'm ready to take my turn. Pause.
I hate you.
Baba,
I hate you. I hate you.
Baba, I'm sorry, bro. Baba, come back.
We started making him laugh. He's not supposed to be laughing today.
Oh my, I'm sorry, y'all. It's the
Carlo,
I'm sorry. My fault.
make your nomination, please.
This wasn't the first thing I thought of, but since Kenny brought up individual comebacks, this ain't on my list, but it's an honorable mention. I mean, shout out to that nigga John Moran, bro. They came back, gave us 34, 6, and 8. I think that was it. Yeah, 34, 6, and 8, or something like that. And just dominated. Fucking dominated the whole game and had the buzzer beater, you feel me? Against the New Orleans Pelicans, you feel me? So played against a solid team. They was 6-19 before he joined the starting lineup, missed 25 games, came back as he should, loud and proud. And that nigga kept receipts. So yeah, shout out John Morant.
You
Confused.
said that was your honorable mention. Make your actual nomination.
What I thought we was. Oh, okay. I mean, I feel like if you know who I am, you know exactly what my nomination is going to be. There's no greater sports comeback than a 3-1 comeback by the Cleveland Cavaliers. I know we didn't talk about it before. We drop it on this podcast all the time. To not mention it today or try to go out my way to mention other stuff would just do a disservice to us and to the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016. So you go ahead. I don't even have to go deep into it. That's my.
I got a question. I do have a question because that is an obvious one. I have a question though.
Mm-hmm.
What's more iconic? Bangs! Oh, Curry for 3. Bang! Or blocked by James.
Blocked by James because we hear Curry for 3 all the fucking time. I mean, we hear blocked by James all the time, but in that moment, you're not going to be able to forget. If you walk past a sports fan down the street and just say blocked by James, they going to have one immediate vision, and it's going to be LeBron blocking Andre Iguodala in the finals.
I do have a question. So I have another question. So in football, you say you just got mossed. In basketball, you yell out Kobe. Is blocked by James a defense version of those type of things?
Like getting mossed for an interception?
No. Like in football, crazy catch. You got mossed. I just mossed your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then, just shooting the basketball. Kobe, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. Nah, that is totally different feelings because when I'm moss a nigga, you can't say shit to me the rest of the game unless you do something else. If I'm also nigga, I look you on my poster. Kobe a shot, that's cool. I feel like I have more of a gratifying feeling if I moss somebody, you feel me?
All right, bomba.
Shout out all my victims.
Wow, that's crazy.
Your brother don't count, but I
Wait, who don't count?
it's sister, my bad. I thought I ain't got no brother.
Ask
Wow.
about me. Ask
You
about
been Moss and Kendall? That's crazy.
I mean, she can get Moss too. What's up? Like,
Her boyfriend gonna beat you up.
no, he not. I swear to God, he not.
A week. But mine, 2017, a soccer game, that's where I'm headed. Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain. Now, this is the time where Paris was bought by the Arabs, so it means like millions and billions of dollars flowing into Paris. So they're buying players left and right, the best of the time. Cavani, Rafinha, you name it. Everybody's at PSG. But Barcelona got the trio at the time: Lionel Messi, Neymar, Suarez. They were the favorite to win. Now, this is in the playoffs, and in soccer, in the playoffs, it's 2 legs. You play in your home and you play away. Now, Barcelona's first game was away at Paris Saint-Germain, and they lost 6-1. So now you got to hit a crazy comeback if you're trying to, make it past Paris Saint-Germain. The game starts. Barcelona scores. Everybody's like, okay, we in good hands. We might pull this off. Game moves on. Both teams score. So it's 2-1. Now, if you keep up in soccer, the way it works is that the score that you had in the previous game and the score that you have in this game are going to be added up. And whoever has the upper points wins. So Barcelona has to catch up basically 7-2, if that makes sense.
Jesus Christ.
And it looks like it's not going to happen. But at the 88th minute, here goes that boy Neymar. Scores a free kick. Scores a penalty. Pass and assist. And then we get another penalty. And Barcelona makes it pass through the playoff. To beat one of the most expensive teams at the time. Like, we're talking about billions and billions of dollars. If you know soccer, you know how much the Arabs love to spend on Paris Saint-Germain. In my opinion, that was one of the greatest comeback in history. Because when you know the defense that Paris Saint-Germain had, and then the deficit that you're coming with, there was no hope that Barcelona was going to make it through. That was supposed to be the beginning of the end, but, that was like the last push that they had.
No, that's a crazy comeback. 7-2 in soccer is like 40-25 comeback in basketball.
Thanks.
Carlo, we can't hear you.
I said less than 25. That's like a 40-12 type shit. I ain't gonna lie to
Facts.
you.
That's OD.
Listen,
That is OD.
7-2. That's a death sentence, bro.
I got another one. Before Steph Curry made the number 30 famous, there was one man who made the number 30 famous in 2008. And his name is John Cena. One of the greatest comebacks in WWE entertainment. 30 in the Royal Rumble. John Cena's comeback in the Royal Rumble 2008.
That'd be a comeback though.
Bro, it was literally he was out from injury and came back in the Royal
Okay,
Rumble.
you talking about he from? I thought you were saying the fact that he entered from 30 and won is a comeback. No, okay,
No.
Has
Anybody ever won from the number 1 spot?
I feel like there is.
Was it Shawn Michaels?
I have to look it up.
I'm about to Google it. So there have been 3 people who have won from the number 1 spot. And like I said, Shawn Michaels was one of them. Who else was it?
What's another one?
Chris Benoit?
Yeah, Chris Benoit did win.
From the number 1 spot?
Yeah. Chris Benoit was slated to be, well, he was already at the top, one of the top wrestlers, and he was slated to be the face until, yeah. Shawn
Michaels was the first one to ever do it.
Shout out the family, man.
Nah, that's OD. But yeah, John Cena's comeback to win the Royal Rumble.
We actually got, let me see if I'm reading this right. We actually got a submission from somebody currently watching the podcast. They wanted us to mention the comeback that the Patriots did in the Super Bowl.
Against the Falcons.
Against the Falcons. Well, I will admit, I will say, I always said that Santonio Holmes had the greatest Super Bowl catch ever.
Julian Edelman.
And I stand by that. But Julian Edelman is number 2. I don't care what anybody says. Julian Edelman is number 2. This close to the ground, this nigga said.
No, bro. I swear they had Jesus on their side. The ball floated.
Because that was crazy. I remember it was me, Kenny, Kayla, Diamond, and Dennis. And everybody, I don't think nobody was rooting for the Patriots. We was all hyped.
Dennis was.
But he was being negative. He was trolling. Nobody was rooting for the Patriots. 28-3 at halftime. We said, look, we ain't even got to watch the rest of this, but we did. And man, that was just some. Shout out the Patriots. Shout out Tom. Shout out that boy Edelman, bro. One of my top 5 favorite receivers of all time.
The Falcons really blew a Super Bowl. That is insane.
Facts.
And they've been shitty ever since.
That Atlanta parade was going to be lit. I know that whole fucking city was pissed.
Julio Jones is supposed to be a Super Bowl champion.
Psych.
That hurts so bad, bro. That's a good comeback though, especially for the Super Bowl.
Got his ass.
Bomb, you got another one? Bomb.
Not yet. Excuse me. I gotta peep my notes real quick.
You say he has to pick his nose? You're just gonna edit that out, right?
His notes. He got to look at his notes.
Gotta peep his notes. Ah, gotcha.
This nigga really thought he said pick his nose.
I thought that's what, because Carlo, he turned his camera off.
Okay, maybe he wanted to look at his notes with nobody looking at him.
Huh. What's another great comeback? Oh, I feel like you got to mention this one. Michael Jordan's return to the league from baseball, came back and won a championship.
Did he? I'm pretty sure he got bounced out the playoffs that year.
No.
The year that he came back, he got bounced out the playoffs.
You got it. No. The year he came back, he won a ship.
The year he came back, he got bounced out the playoffs, Kenny. They got bounced out the playoffs the first year he came back. And then he won the ship the next year.
Don't say this to me. Hold on.
What's the name? That was May 18th, 1995. Because he got 91, 92, 93, and 96, 97, 98.
That would have been the 96 season. He would have won because
No,
the
it wouldn't
championship
have.
is in.
He came
Wait,
back.
wait, wait,
He
wait.
came back in the middle of the 94. I literally just told you, and I just read you the date that he
You
lost.
said he came back in 95.
Yes.
March 95, which is the beginning of the year. In
No,
95.
he didn't come back in March 95. May 18th, 1995. He got the last time he lost in the playoffs was against the Orlando Magic.
I see here right here on March 18th, 1995, Jordan announced his return to the NBA.
Okay. So March 18th, 1995. What's going on in March? That's the second
The
half of the
championship
what?
that means the championship is in 96.
What do you mean? That means the championship in 96. The NBA season starts in the fall. The fall, not in March. The fall.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Give me a second. Go ahead.
No.
What do you mean no?
Wait a second.
This isn't high school. He wouldn't be ineligible if he came back in March 1995. What year did this season start?
You're right.
I know I'm right.
All-Star weekends in February.
Come on, man. I know what I'm talking about. Always.
It's not a good comeback then if he lost the same year.
Yeah, ain't no greatest comeback. That ain't shit. That ain't shit. Fuck Michael Jordan.
I mean, he won the very next year. I mean, does that count? No, that don't count.
No. Nah, not at all.
The Warriors came back from down 3-1 to the Thunder and won a championship.
Bruh, I wouldn't even call that one of the greatest. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes, they came back 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals, but that was I ain't gonna lie, they just sold. Russ and KD just sold.
KD sold. Bomb, you got one?
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with the honorable mention because since you're talking about individuality, I gotta think about him. Tracy McGrady, 13 points in 33 seconds versus the Spurs.
Oh.
Facts.
Especially even when you're considering how talented the NBA is now, we don't even see those things in I don't know how long. That's really insane.
Facts.
But my pick is gonna be Mike Tyson after jail. I'm not gonna call it a comeback. I'm gonna call it a metamorphosis. As that man came out different and whooped. I think his name is Peter something. I can't remember his last name, but whooped his ass in 89 seconds, basically.
89 seconds. You said you talking about against Peter McNeely?
Yeah, McNeely.
Oh man.
That's the one. That's mine.
I give it to you. I give it to you.
I mean, Michael Jordan did come back and win 3 more ships back to back.
Oh my God, bro. He came back and got bounced out the playoffs, then won a ship. You cannot give it to
3.
him.
He won 3 in a row.
After he got bounced. His comeback was over. He came back in March.
Came back in the middle of the season. He had to warm up. We got to get back in the game.
Got back in the game, and guess what? Lost a series, not a game, a series. I'm not talking about a game. We're talking about a series, and he lost that bitch. Yes, he came back and, won the next year, but he didn't come back the next year. He was already back.
Like you call Michael Jordan a bitch in your head, but it's all right.
Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
All right, let's rank now. Let's rank.
Playoffs.
That's crazy. All right, so let's rank now. We got. I ain't gonna lie, that soccer feet's kind of crazy.
Yeah, soccer feet is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, that soccer.
I still do believe that the LeBron 3-1 is still up on top of that though. Cavaliers.
Yeah, the soccer feet was just one game to make a comeback, whereas LeBron had to win 3 in a row. 3 full basketball games in a row.
And then you got to consider the teams
against
was
against statistically the best basketball team in NBA history.
Not even statistically, that is the best basketball team in NBA history.
I'm not gonna lie. Just trading out KD for Harrison Barnes is an upgrade. So I can't say that's the best team.
Okay, I want to say over. I guess what you said is right. Best. I don't want to say statistical, but I guess what you said is right. That's 73-9. They got the best record in the history of the league.
But so, KD is a definite upgrade from Harrison Barnes, so I can't say that was the best team.
Yeah, you're right. But unanimous MVP Steph Curry, like that's
only one to do it.
Facts.
All right, so we all agreeing that the 3-1 comeback is number one.
Yeah, I refuse to move off of that.
I can accept it. I can accept that. I don't want people in the comments be like, we glazing LeBron or we some LeBron sexuals, as they say.
Because I understand the structure, for example, of Barcelona at the time. Barcelona was one of the best systems in the whole league. Even going into that game, they were the favorite. So it didn't make sense for them to be down 6-1. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, okay, this is one of the best systems. Granted, Paris Saint-Germain, they just had money on their side. But now you look at LeBron just had Kyrie with him. Granted, Kevin Love was there, but, like, what we going to count? Richard Jefferson? Like, what's his name? What's the big man they had? Shit, can't remember the name.
Tristan Thompson?
Not even Tristan. I'm talking about
you said Timothy Mozgov?
They had Mozgov. They had, was it Channing?
Was Mozgov on the team when they won?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mozgov was there. It was the center.
Channing Frye, was Channing Frye still there when they actually won?
Yes,
I know he was there when they lost.
Yeah, Channing Frye, he had a big shot that series. I can't remember which game. But yeah,
that series was just like a bunch of old niggas just shining, doing what they had to do.
Hey, Richard Jefferson had his moments. He was a dog. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Richard Jefferson was ever a liability on that team.
I ain't gonna lie. The best game I've seen Richard Jefferson play is the Christmas game where he dunked on KD.
He dunked on, yeah.
He dunked on that man twice.
Looking like old Richard.
That boy Richard he played out of his body that game.
Yeah, and then he tackled him at the end of the game. That was a foul. But anyway, so 3-1 victory for the Cavs. Are we all gonna agree that Barcelona's comeback is number 2?
Yeah, I'll put it there.
That's crazy. That I'm not gonna lie. That soccer is over for soccer. That's a ridiculous comeback. Like crazy. Number 3. We can either pick John Morant, we could pick John Cena, we could pick Adrian Peterson.
There's one that we slept on too.
What?
Tiger Woods.
I'm not too familiar with golf. I didn't watch golf. So what was his comeback?
Because he was out of golfing forever. Then he came back.
And won the Masters.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you can put it up there. As far as number 3, though, what were the options? John Morant, John Cena, Tiger Woods, and what else did you say, Kenny?
Adrian Peterson.
I ain't gonna
lie. Winning MVP for returning from a torn ACL.
I ain't gonna lie. If I gotta do the rest of the list, number 3 would be John Cena. Number 4 would be Adrian Peterson. 5 would be John Morant. And then Tiger Woods.
I understand that. Just off the fact that the WWE is scripted, I'm probably putting John Cena last.
Yeah.
Off the fact that it's scripted?
Yes. And he came in at the easiest spot of the Royal Rumble.
After an injury he wasn't supposed to be back for another 4 months. Are y'all serious?
Adrian Peterson had a torn
injury is
ACL.
real. The injury is real.
That's fine. Adrian Peterson had a real torn ACL and won a real MVP.
Yeah, I hear you. Number 4.
And when the last time a non-quarterback won MVP?
You said what?
When the last time a non-quarterback won MVP in the NFL?
It's been a minute. I'm gonna have to look at my notes. Should I turn my camera off?
I think it's Adrian Peterson was the last non-quarterback to win it.
Yeah, I hear you. We're gonna have to disrespectfully disagree on that, chat.
All right, Carlil says, Bomba, where you at with it?
I think I'm gonna go with Adrian Peterson because I was low key leaning towards John because I mean, to throw Ja. Because to be out for so long and the criticism that you've been hearing and then just come back to that. But then I'm thinking of an injury. You're sitting on the sideline for God knows how long. You got to work through that injury rehab bit. And then to just come back and do what you did, man. Shit. I'm not even familiar with him, but that just sounds hella impressive.
Yeah, Kenny's right. The last non-quarterback was Adrian Peterson in 2012, and then before that it was LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006. And then Sean
Exactly.
Alexander.
It's been nothing but quarterback since 2000 for over 10 years.
We don't got no Sean Alexanders, LaDainians, or Adrian Petersons anymore. That's kind of crazy.
It's a different league now. If you truck somebody, you can get a penalty at this point.
I guess.
It's also a throwing lead now. But yeah, that's my point. So I gotta give it to AP. I gotta give it to Adrian Peterson. Carl and Bomb, you agreed? All right, so Adrian Peterson is number 3. Number 4, we got John Morant, John Cena, and who else?
Tiger Woods.
And Tiger Woods.
My number 4 was Adrian Peterson. So y'all can go ahead and decide on who the number 4 was.
Ja 4.
You said Ja?
Uh-huh.
I'm tempted to put Tiger Woods 4 over Ja. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Carlo.
I have nothing to say to the public. I'm speaking to myself.
The reason I'm putting Tiger Woods, Ja won a game with a buzzer beater. He won a game with a buzzer beater.
Facts.
Tiger Woods won a Masters.
Mm-hmm.
A Masters.
I hear you.
A Masters is much harder to win than a game in the NBA.
I hear you.
So I got to go Tiger.
So the reason why I'm giving it to Ja, especially like, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Like Tiger Woods is pretty impressive. The reason why I want to give it to Ja is just more like this always was like a villain saving the day. You know what I'm saying? People have been pointing at, like you had that pressure for a minute, and the Memphis has been struggling forever. And the trend that you watched the game, the trend he was going, it was towards the L. He basically just came and saved the day. And I feel like for us waiting for him to come back and possibly being like a shy person or something, like, you know, the way you came back on some real nigga shit. That's why I give it to him. Tiger Woods too, and that's the same point. He struggled a little bit before he won that Masters. He was struggling for a bit, and it's like we sat through with it, and then boom, okay, here it comes.
How about this narrative? A game dominated by rich white men. Tiger Woods came back and won the whole thing. Won a Masters. We used to call them Masters, right? Now Tiger Woods is the master. Come on.
So while I'm gonna agree with Bombo on John Morant, it's just a simple fact that again, everything was stacked against him. He made a mistake, talked about bad, had to miss 25 games, and like you said, the NBA fandom have been waiting on John Morant. John Morant has reached a pinnacle to success where people believe that he could be the next face of the NBA. Like not just a player.
No.
I understand you're one of the people that's saying no, but there's a bunch of people that are saying yes, just because of the nature the NBA is in now, and just because of the type of person that John Morant is. John Morant is a person that attracts attention to him no matter what he's doing, just based off the way he talked, the way he walked, the way he played the game of basketball. He is Showtime. If we're thinking about the next viral face of the NBA after LeBron's gone, I would give it to Ja Morant because Ja Morant is exciting. Ja Morant draws attention. He's going to continue to draw attention to the league like a whole bunch of other players are. Don't get me wrong. Not saying he's the definite face, but I can see him as one of the choices of being a face of the NBA. And the fact that he came back in such a dominating fashion individually, but also the emotion and the flair and what's the name? Just the drama behind getting that buzzer beater win. Like, one, why would they put Herb Jones 1-on-1 against this man? Like, Herb Jones, NBA player, he's talented, he's good, but that man cannot guard Ja Morant 1-on-1 as he showed. So, you feel me? That's why I'm gonna give it, like, of course, yes, Tiger won the Masters, but again, that wasn't an instant great comeback. Bamba said he struggled a little bit. He did. When you watch Ja Morant on the court, yeah, he missed 25 games, and yeah, he wasn't injured or anything, but like missing 25 games, you really just don't come back the same. You don't dominate the same. That man looked like he just got done playing yesterday. He looked like he didn't miss a step. So Ja Morant, I'm gonna have to put him over Tiger Woods for this spot on y'all's list. Again, I had Adrian Peterson number 4, so that's not my list.
I'm gonna just say one thing before we move on to the last thing. I just can't see Ja Morant as the next face of the league, simply because usually to be the face of the league, yes, you have to attract a lot of attention, you have to have a lot of fan support, all that, but you also have to be at least in the top 5 best in the field. Ja Morant is not a top 5 player.
You don't think when LeBron retires, he's not going to be a top 5 player?
No, he's still not going to be top 5.
You don't, and also you got to think today's NBA is changing. What has been one of our main topics when we talk about who's next up after LeBron? We don't see one because they're all on the same type of tier. Even though Jokic is at the top of everybody's list, nobody's about to call Jokic the face of the NBA. Nobody's about to call Jokic the face of the NBA.
Like, and I feel like, too, it's important, too, what Carlos said earlier. The key point is showtime. Ja Morant is showtime. And at the end of the day, it's been a minute since the NBA kind of picked somebody to be that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that star player. LeBron was
they're not gonna pick Ja to be that guy, though.
Why not?
No, but I'm saying
he's
they
already
kind of
been
did.
picked.
They kind of did.
The NBA picked Ja?
Not the NBA. I'm talking about, like, the NBA world, like the basketball world, the fans. That he's like showtime. He's the one that people really wanted to see when it comes to dancing, when it comes to like playing basketball, sky high dunks, like that D-Rose effect almost. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to say. But now, if it was somebody that they didn't like, bro, like the violation that he did, people, motherfuckers would be out of the league if we beat keeping in the butt. They love this nigga. That's why they give him so many chances.
Facts. I'm a compare it to, like, let me say this. As far as even when he wasn't in trouble, Ja was getting media attention, more media attention than all of the other players that are on the same tier or even better than he is. That's what I'm saying. Like, after LeBron retires, again, it won't be about who's the best in the league. It's not going to be about that, because even with Victor Wembanyama, yeah, that man's talented. But again, like, just watching LeBron his rookie year, you could say, oh, yeah, that nigga's already top 3. Watching Victor Wembanyama, you're not saying he's already top 3. Some people might be saying that just based on his skill level, but when you're actually playing, he's not top 3. And then once LeBron went from the top 3, oh no, next year, this is my league. Okay, he literally got chosen one tattooed on his back. You feel me? Like, he was the chosen one. It's always been LeBron. But again, after LeBron retires, there's going to be players that are better than each other. But again, all the top players right now are kind of on the same tier as talent. Nobody's a extraordinary talent like LeBron is. And so it's not going to be the same way where you got to be number 1 in the league to be the face. It's not going to be that. It's going to be who attracts the most media attention, who's the most exciting, things of that nature. Somebody I would compare to Ja Morant, who's been getting a lot of media attention. And even before the little pregnancy thing that just happened a couple days ago, Anthony Edwards. That man's always in the media with the NBA, doing interviews with other companies. What's the name? Endorsements. The fans love him, things of that nature. Like, he could be the next.
We're gonna have to agree to disagree. I don't see it. I don't see Ja making the
face. I don't see your point at all, but I respect it.
Just look at the history of the league: Magic Johnson, Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
Okay, then who's the next after LeBron? Tell me who's going to be the best player?
The best player is either going to be Jokic, Giannis, or Steph. Jokic, Giannis,
Steph is 35.
Pay attention to the twist that you made. You said Magic and Kobe. Those were party boys in their time until Kobe flipped the script. I remember was a party boy, had scandals, cheating scandals.
I'm
all
not
of
saying you can't have that stuff.
Kobe
I'm
was
saying you still have to
Kobe
be
was a
in the.
rapper.
That's
Kobe too.
fine.
Kobe Bryant was a
First
rapper.
That's fine. My
Remember
point
when
is you
Kobe
still
came
have
to
to
the
be
league
at
too?
least top 3, top 5.
Kobe had
That's all
hype
I'm
before he
saying.
was top 3, top 5 though. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
said what?
You're saying
Kobe
old
had the hype
NBA.
before he was top 3, top 5.
That's not
Kobe
going to.
wasn't the face before he was top 3, top 5.
But he wasn't. No, he wasn't because he had people like Shaq and everybody. When you have heavy calibers like that, of course, that's what's going on with Ja right now. He has people like LeBron in the league, KD in the league, Steph, Dame, folks like that. Now, when that generation passed, who got next? That's what we're saying. Who got next? It's
That's what
gonna
I'm
be
saying.
Ja.
I don't think
You
it's
can't.
Ja.
You can't. You
still
can't
gotta
put.
worry about Luka. You
can't
still
put-
gotta worry about Jason Tatum.
You can't
Still
put
gotta worry
Steph-
about Joel Embiid.
You can't. Okay, everybody that you can't worry about. Steph Curry is an absolute no for face of the league because once LeBron retires, Steph Curry is going to be like 38, 39 years old, and he's going to be on his way out the door. He's not going to be the face of the league. It's going to be a John Morant, and Anthony Edwards. Joel Embiid is good because he has what? Personality. You feel me? Everybody you name, the top 3 people that you name, Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid. There's not one of those where I would say is head and shoulders above the other person.
They're above Ja is what I'm saying.
They're above Ja, but again, if I were to pick, if I got a pool of these 3, if it was me, if I got a pool of Giannis, Jokic, Joel Embiid. Okay, yeah, Giannis, you're kind of funny, but you're corny. Jokic, his only personality is the fact that he races horses and barely cares about playing in the NBA. What's his name? Embiid, he's kind of funny, but what's his name? Everybody's argument against him is that he doesn't take his game too serious. And then you got Ja Morant,
You also
just
got Luka
a
Doncic.
media butterfly. You feel
You
me?
also
Like,
got Luka.
I don't think Luka would be the face either. I don't think there's going to be a definitive face. I feel like if there would be a face, he would be one. Like I said, I never said he was going to be the definitive face, but I would pick him over a lot of other people.
That's fine. We gotta move on. Last spot. We got John Cena and Tiger Woods. And I guess who else do y'all have? So let's got we're supposed to be making one list.
That was it.
All right, so who's taking that last spot?
Wouldn't it be Tiger Woods because y'all said that John Cena would be number 5 because it was scripted?
Yeah, for me,
That's
that
what I
would
was
be-
saying.
Okay.
So all right, so our list got jumbled up. We're supposed to make one list, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, it's y'all's list and my list. It's 2 different
Carlo's not a
lists.
team player.
I'm not actually.
Well, this has been a sports segment. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your comments down below. Leave your list down there. If you want to talk about Ja, talk about Ja. Talk about who's also going to be the next face in the league. Leave those in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, turn those notification bells on. And hey, it's almost Christmas. If you don't go see your granny, at least you can do is, send her some entertainment.
Fuck her.
You can at least make her laugh. Send her this video. Put the link in the text box. Hit send. And we out of here.